Hey yo, GOAT format players, it's Skill Brown Magician, and it's day number 7 of the Halloween special, and you know we have to close it out with none other than Pumpking Virus. So I've been so excited. I was really struggling to figure out how am I going to make Pumpking, the King of Ghosts, actually work, and I figured I wanted to do something spicy, and this is what I came up with. So this is Pumpking Virus, and it's running a ton of zombie monsters. We're playing the most Halloween card you can play in GOAT format. It's Pumpking, the King of Ghosts. His effect is while Castle of Dark Illusions is face up on the field, this card gains 100 attack and defense and gains an additional 100 attack and defense during each of your next 4 standby phases. So he gets this like cumulative boost, and it's during your standby phase. So this can quickly add up, and it really ties nicely with one of our spiciest cards that we're playing in the deck. We have double Vampire Lord because it's 2000 attack, which is important, and he's just protected from destruction effects, and he can special summon himself in the graveyard. So we just want consistent damage on board at all times. We're playing triple Regenerating Mummy. Super spicy card. When it's sent from your hand to your graveyard by an opponent's card effect, you just instantly return him to hand. He's 1800 attack, 1500 defense. You can normal summon him and crash into Kaiku, which is nice. We have Sinister Serpent and we have Sangan to search it out, and Sangan searches pretty much all of our monsters in this deck. We have Triple Pyramid Turtle to go into our Pumpkins and our Vampire Lords. We also have a Spirit Reaper, and we have Triple Castle of Dark Illusions. It's a level 4 Fiend flip effect, and its effect is when it's flipped, all zombie monsters gain 200 attack and defense, which is very relevant in our deck. And during each of your next 4 standby phases, each of those zombie type monsters gains 200 more attack and defense as long as it's face up on the field. And he has 920 attack and 1930 defense, which is pretty beefy. We're playing one Cyber Jar just to summon out all of our guys, and then we can even summon out Castle of Dark Illusions face down. Exiled, we have Tribe Infecting to discard our zombies to graveyard, and then we have Breaker for extra back row removal. We have MST Heavy, Snatch Steal, Prima. We have our Trinity, we have Double Knock. We're playing triple Book of Life, which targets a zombie monster in your graveyard and a monster in your opponent's graveyard. Special summon the first target, banish the second. And what ties in perfectly is Raigeki Break. We now have interaction during our opponent's turn, and we can discard our zombies from our hand to fulfill the requirements for Book of Life. And then we have the Trinity of Traps and the spiciest card, Deck Devastation Virus. You tribute one dark monster with 2000 or more attack, look at your opponent's hand, all monsters they control, and all cards they draw until the end of their third turn after this card's activation, and destroy all those monsters with 1500 or less attack. Super crazy. Now we understand why all of the synergy with the raising of attack and having our zombies having regenerating come out at 1800, which pairs perfectly with Castle of Dark Illusions. And then you guys, we have to have the super spicy sideboard that's going to guarantee that you're going to win with this casual deck, right? We have the Halloween sideboard. We have Triple Skull Servant. Happy Halloween, guys. I hope you guys have been enjoying this day by day deck profile. I've really been enjoying it. I've gotten so much interaction with you guys, tons of comments, tons of love. It's been fun doing this. It was fun just sharing all of these Halloween themed builds, and I'm so inspired by you guys, by the feedback, that I want to do this for the month of November too, and I want to do a November week of decks you're thankful for. And I'm going to give you 7 more profiles next month because this was such a hit and it was so much fun and you guys gave so much love. And I'm almost at 400 subs. My goal is to get 500 subs by the end of the year. So we're at like 390 the last time I checked. So who wants to be my 400th subscriber? I'm going to release a 400 subscriber deck profile, and I have something extra special for that. But anyways, let's go into the stratagems for the deck. Also, check out this O and this W that I came up with for Halloween. We had all the other letters, and I came up with polymerization. Look at that Halloween art. The souls of our monsters, and then lightning vortex as our W. Came in pretty clutch. Let's go with the spicy sideboard. Okay, we're gonna get into the stratagems. So I actually really think that castle is fairly versatile in this deck. It can wall, it can be tribute fodder, and it also can turn on your Deck Devastation Virus because of the manipulation of attack and defense of your zombie monsters. All of your zombie monsters, pretty much, besides Vampire Lords, they come out at 1800. So if you can flip Castle, you can bring up their attack to 2000. Now your Deck Devastation Virus is live. So Pumpking plus Regenerating Mummy plus Castle, like I said, activates your Deck Devastation Virus. Also, Regenerating Mummy, it just straight up says no to Delinquent Duo. It says no to Reaper. It says no to Donzalug, etc. If you discard it from your hand by your opponent's card effect, you just get to bring it back to hand, which is really nice. Also, the synergy of Raigeki Break to pitch a zombie to graveyard, then you banish, or sorry, use Raigeki Break to pitch a zombie, pop one of their face down monsters. Now you fulfill the requirement to use Book of Life because you can banish their monster you destroyed, and then you can special summon the zombie that you pitched, like a Pumpking or a Vampire Lord that we had in grave. So Regenerating Mummy, another Halloween card. Look at that card art. And then the next card, we got to talk about it. It was limited to only one copy in GOAT format. It's Deck Devastation Virus. You check face down monsters and their hand on resolution. So if they have face down monsters, you get to see if it has 1500 or less attack. And if it does, you just pop it while it's face down so it doesn't even get its flip effect, which is crazy. And if they have anything in hand that's 1500 or less, it just gets destroyed and sent to graveyard, which is really nice. What's crazy too is it checks any draws for 3 turns. So what this means is that even if they draw things with Dekoichi, well, that wouldn't even work under Deck Devastation Virus, but if they draw things with Air Knight Parshath, for example, or Graceful Charity, or Pot of Greed, or Upstart Goblin, we get to check it because it's a draw. And if it's a monster with 1500 or less attack, get sent to graveyard. What's nice is the turn count is actually very interesting in the sense that it's not counting the player's turn. It's counting the turns as a whole, like the round. So what I mean by this is if you activate it during your turn, and then it's your opponent's turn, that counts as one turn. So even though you activated it during your turn, that doesn't count as turn 1. It's 3 like rounds of turns between you and your opponent. So it really allows you to get a full 3 turns of blocking their monsters, which is really cool. And it can stop recruiters, and it can just stop so many things. It's really nice. Also, it allows you to chain to Mirror Force, Ring, Nobleman even, Snatch Steal, etc. Let me explain. Let's say you're swinging in with Vampire Lord and they finally decide, you know what, I need to use my Mirror Force because he's just poking me for too much damage, and I'm going to use Mirror Force. Well, guess what? I'm going to chain Deck Devastation Virus, I'm going to tribute off my guy, and now I'm just going to blow up all of your 1500 or less attack monsters. And your Mirror Force was wasted. So you can just use it to dodge things and just pitch off your monsters if they're going to get destroyed anyways. And it has such a devastating effect, hence Deck Devastation Virus, right? And also, you're sending your monster to graveyard, and guess what? 12 of, I think, like no, I think it's more. It's like, I think 14 or I don't know the exact number, but a lot of our monsters are able to be revived because we have 4 revival spells, 3 specifically targeting zombie monsters, and we're playing such a heavy zombie lineup. So plenty of ways to bring back the monster that we tributed, even if we did have to tribute off our Vampire Lord. Let's just bring it back with Book of Life. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Happy Halloween. This was the last profile. I was so excited to finally find a way of actually kind of making Pumpkin cool. I didn't want to just do something where I banish him off or only play 2 copies of him. I just wanted to play, let's play 3 full copies. Let's see what I can do with him. And 3 copies in addition with Deck Devastation Virus. And it just makes for an interesting but fun Halloween build. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, guys, take care. Peace.